You're about to discover the #1 secret to winning freelance jobs online. It's new, you haven't heard of it before, and it works. Alright, there's plenty of jobs being posted online, we all know that, but actually getting hired for these jobs and projects can be very challenging. During this video, I'm going to tell you the absolute best tactic to winning more jobs, the jobs you want, and the better paying jobs. Hi, my name is Patrick Doohan from winningfreelance.com. I'm happy to say I've done very well at freelancing and had a lot of success and been blessed in that area. And I've developed a better than 60% proposal win rate and discovered along the way the secret to winning online freelance jobs. So I'm happy to be sharing that with you today. You're about to discover the #1 secret to winning freelance jobs online. It's new, you haven't heard of it before, and it works. Alright, there's plenty of jobs being posted online all the time, but actually getting hired for these jobs and projects can be very challenging. During this video, I'm going to tell you the absolute best tactic to winning more jobs, the jobs you want, and the better paying jobs. Hi there, I'm Patrick Doohan of winningfreelance.com, and along the way I've done very well with freelance work and being a freelancer. I have developed a better than 60% proposal win rate and along the way discovered the secret to winning online freelance jobs. So I'm really excited to be sharing this video with you today. Let me first just sort of set the stage here. The secret about winning freelance jobs is not a great opening line, and it's not about having a complete online profile or resume. It's not about having great testimonials or creating a perfect proposal template. It's not taking freelance site tests and certifications. It's not your call to action. So some of these things are really important, but it's not what I'm about to reveal today is much bigger than this, and these are not what it is. So looking at the whole landscape, there's tons of jobs being posted online for freelancers every single day. So why is it so hard to win more freelance jobs online then? So whether it be Elance or Odesk or Freelancer or all the other online freelance job sites, why is it so hard to win? Here's some reasons. There's so many people competing for the same jobs, and many people are willing to work for next to nothing. They're practically giving their time away. And everyone has similar credentials and expertise, at least on paper. And so it's hard to differentiate. It's really hard to stand out above the masses of people that are bidding for these jobs. Um, the whole thing, you kind of look at this, it really starts to become kind of depressing. So let's get to it, all right? While you're watching this video, let me warn you that just before I reveal the secret, the #1 secret to winning freelance jobs online, is that it is unconventional, it's possibly controversial depending on what you think about it, and you may think it's a horrible idea, but I'm going to prove it to you. Alright, so without further delay, here's the #1 secret for winning freelance jobs online. Do the job in your proposal. So here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you actually deliver the job, deliver the work within the proposal that you were giving to the person hiring. So someone posts a job project on one of these freelance websites, and then you make a proposal, but instead of just providing your resume and generic information, you actually do the work in the proposal that they're looking for. Okay. Now, I can almost hear you and hear people reacting to this, and if you're skeptical, I think I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this is stupid, that they're just going to take the work that I'm providing in the proposal and they're not going to pay me anything for it. And also, how can I possibly give them the job or the work in the proposal without knowing all the details about the project, without having a conversation with them first? And you might be thinking, I don't want to waste all my time working for free and get nothing. These are all valid concerns, and we're going to address them. Okay, so let me show you. Let me show you actual jobs that I've bid on and won on Elance.com using this exact tactic. It's not a theory. We're going to look at actual examples of the work that I do on freelance or for freelance on elance.com. Okay, the first example is a writing job. So this particular customer, they posted a job requirement for writing and script writing and for helping them with their sales and prospecting for the real estate work. And I proceeded to make a proposal. And instead of just giving them my generic resume and bio information, I included some references and things in the proposal, but I also gave them a script example of what they could use as a realtor to do prospecting work. And you can see here that I've mocked it up, an actual script for real estate um, and what it might look like. So this is a real estate company that is selling automatic leads, and I've provided an opening, I've provided what questions that they would ask to the client, and then I even included how they would actually get the commitment from them. So an actual short but full script of what a prospecting script could look like. That's the actual job, and I've provided an answer to it within the proposal itself. And so writing a basic script based on the job request, and instead of trying to tell them that I'm good, instead of saying, here's all my credentials, here's all my certifications, here's my degrees or the where I went to school, here's why I'm so smart, here's my experience. Instead, I actually gave them the work that they were looking for. So you show them exactly what you can do instead of just telling them what you can do. All right, so I won that job at a pretty decent pay rate as well. Okay, so here's another example in a different area in market research. So this is a little bit, might be a little bit hard to read, but this was the job posting. Someone needed some information looked up. Let me see if we can zoom in on this a little bit here. So this is part of the job description here. And what I did is I said, okay, in this research that you need done, here's exactly how I'm going to lay it out in a spreadsheet. I'm going to give you the account, the name of the account, the description of the account. You don't know all the details here because you haven't read the job posting, but I actually said, here's exactly how I'm going to lay it out and put it into a spreadsheet for you. So again, instead of just saying, here's all the past research I've done, here's why I'm so good at researching in general, I said, here's how I'm going to lay out your work exactly. And I gave them the name of the column. So you can see this wasn't nearly as long as the other one took to do, but I was very specific about what I was going to do for them. And again, awarded that job. All right, here's another writing example. This is a direct sales writing piece where I was requested to do some writing and some handling of sales, inbound sales opportunities that were coming in for an animating company in a business-to-business environment and what they were asking for. So in this case, I went into quite a lengthy, you can see some of it here, a lengthy flow of a scripting and conversation, even consulting type of approach of what, and wrote that up for my proposal for this particular job, and was awarded the opportunity there as well. So what you can see happening here in these examples is that, again, you're not just telling them how great you are, you're actually showing them what your work looks like and saying, for your particular case, here's what I'm recommending. And so what happens is with the customer is they start to read through what you're saying and get excited about their own business, start to engage mentally with what you're saying, as opposed to just trying to figure out if you're a smart person or if you're a person that could do the job. They're actually interacting with your work that you've done in the proposal itself. Give you one more example specifically of consulting coaching type work that I've done. And this is I believe this is a dental practice that wanted to help and get help with his staff on how to handle their customer interactions and to make sure that the communications are going well. And so for this, I literally laid out the coaching format that I would be using and all of the various components of coaching that I would be going through. So for this particular office, and went through them one by one by one. So again, not talking in generalities, but giving very specifics, and here's the actual work um, that I'll do. So again, won this particular job. So what other? Hopefully, what you're seeing there is that there's a big difference between just a generic proposal versus doing the work in the proposal itself. So what type of markets can this tactic work with? Well, myself, I have a lot of experience in various markets that you can see right here, but really the same principle applies. So think, for example, if you're a designer, or if you build websites, or if you do some programming and someone requests something. Well, sure, you're not going to write the entire program or build an entire website, but think about it. Could you mock up actual images? Could you render images of what a website might look like, or make a quick draft logo, and lay it out for them so that they're not just reading generic words and in theory, they're actually seeing what you have envisioned for them, which is something that other people and the other bidders for the work are not doing. So you can start to see, I'm hoping, the advantage in taking this approach. All right, so for me, this approach has helped to result in a 60% close rate, much higher pay rates, um, partly because of who I'm targeting, but also because you're proving within the proposal process that you're worth what you're charging. And I haven't received any negative feedback on the work that I've done in the jobs that I've won in the end. So it's not like I'm setting the expectations too high. So I'm trying to think, if as you're watching this video, objections that might be coming up in your mind. And we already referenced that. Well, that's stupid. I can tell you it's not stupid. It's not a stupid concept because I've seen it work. And what about the next one? They're just going to take the work and they're not going to pay me anything. I won't say that that could never happen. Of course, it could possibly happen. But what I'm saying is you're far better off doing it based on the results that you'll get. And it's better to take that small chance and run with it and have better success on these freelance sites than to just keep doing what you're doing, or just keep providing generic resume type of proposals. Okay, what about this? How can I possibly do the job in the proposal, do the work in the proposal without knowing the details about the project? And that's an excellent question and an excellent thought. And the truth is, you can't really do the full work and do all of the work in the proposal because you don't know, most likely you don't know enough about the project. And that's part of the reason you're not going to lose out on the job opportunity, because you're going to give them, here, based on what I'm reading in your job project, here's what I'm recommending with my initial thoughts. So you're giving them some work, you're doing some of the work and some of the job, but again, it's based on a lot of assumptions, and you can even say that when you do the proposal. So that's actually not a horrible thing, because you may not be directly on, but they're going to be so impressed at what you're doing, and it's going to set you apart so much that even if you're a little bit off in the direction of what they were thinking, that's absolutely fine. All right, and here's one other big objection. I don't want to waste all my time working for free and get nothing. Well, I think I've addressed the get nothing concern. That the fact is, by doing proposals like this and actually doing work within the proposal itself, you're separating yourself from the competition and increasing the likelihood that you're going to get work. Okay? And let me just elaborate on this a little bit more. The reason you want to do this is you want to stand out against everyone you're competing against. So if there's 5, 10, 15, 25, 30 other people bidding on the same job, maybe even more in some cases, that you're different. If you don't believe me, go ahead and post a job yourself on one of these freelance websites, and you'll see that so much of what comes in is just generic people cutting and pasting a generic resume. Maybe they'll have an opening line that has been customized or tailored, but generally speaking, you're going to get so much generic stuff. So if you, as someone that is bidding on a job, put the effort and time into actually investing in what they've said in particular and then actually starting to come up with a solution for it, you've separated yourself amazingly. Again, you're not actually doing the entire project, but you're showing them work that you're capable of. You've started the project, you've thought it well through, and you have separated yourself from, I want to say, about 95 to 99% of everybody else that is responding to the jobs. Again, like I said, if you don't believe me, go ahead and post a job and just see all the horrible bids that you get on your job. They're just generic. I've done it many times and seen what comes in. Okay, but let me get back to this argument or this concern. I don't want to waste all my time working for free, and that's a valid concern. And you can spend too much time bidding on jobs, and you can spend too much time and not getting enough results. And so what I want to do in my next video that I'm going to be sending out shortly, I'm going to talk specifically about how do you balance doing the work, providing uh, providing people that are posting jobs, providing them with good proposals that you are demonstrating your work and you are doing work for them versus wasting too much time and not getting in front of enough customers, not having enough time at the end of at the end of it, you don't have enough time to actually do work. So I'm going to address the time management issue there and how to balance it and how to take advantage of other tools within these freelance sites to really hone in on that. So okay, so I hope you have found this very helpful. I look forward to seeing you on the next video and talking about how you can maximize your time, maximize your results, and that you're not working for free at all, and that you're going to get the best results altogether from these freelance sites. Thanks, everybody. See you next time on the next video.